Hi, my name's Steph, and let's talk about the science behind business. This video series will be walking you through some of the key concepts around entrepreneurship and lean startup skills within the Australian ecosystem. In this video, we'll be talking about what entrepreneurship is and what local help is out there in our Australian startup ecosystem that you can tap into for help. In the next few videos, I'll be talking through my own startup journey. I'll also be talking about how to validate your ideas through lean startup methods, how to build a website, and a look into hardware-specific companies as well. Let's go! So, what is entrepreneurship? It's about solving a problem through a business. And generally speaking, there are two different types of entrepreneurs. There's the small business type and there's the startup company type. Now, the main difference between these is what kind of profits they aim to generate. So small businesses are a bit like your local hairdresser, your local plumber. They operate locally and their goal is to have a sustainable, smooth, non-changing amount of profit where they can continue to operate in a sustainable way. Whereas startup companies often aim a little bit higher. They aim to continue to grow and to continue to find more customers around the globe, make more offerings, and build a huge company. Some great examples of Australian companies who have really succeeded at this are Canva and Airtasker. And so if you want to start your own side hustle or startup or small business, you probably already know that it's not always going to be smooth sailing. Often, even the most successful businesses have failures, pivots, and mistakes along the way. So usually, building a business isn't about avoiding those failures. It's about using those failures as an opportunity to learn and to grow and become better and to keep going, which is so important in building what you're trying to make. And I think some of the most exciting news is that you don't have to go this journey alone. In Australia, we've got a huge amount of startup support through co-working spaces, startup competitions, courses, all kinds of awesome help that we're going to have a look at right now. Okay, so this website here is one of the best places to go to check out what's going on in your local area and all the different types of help and support you can find there. So it's called Startup Status, and the address is up the top there. It's your.startupstatus.co. And in that website, there's this fantastic map that has been meticulously put together with all of the great places that are around in Australia. So what we can do is we can search in some different regions and in some different states. So I'm going to have a look in Queensland, and we can check out what's available. Now, one of the best places to go and check out in your local area is the co-working spaces. So if you're not quite sure what a co-working space is, it's a place that you can go and hire a hot desk or hire an office as a place to get started with your business. And there's a huge amount of benefits to doing that. By actually getting out of the house and having somewhere to go to sit down and do your work can have a huge increase in productivity. It means that you can actually sit down and focus and have a very clear distinction between work life and home life, which some people really like. There's also an awesome opportunity to go and network with other people that are working on their own startups as well. So if you know that the person sitting next to you is also building a website, you can sit down with them and say, hey, how did you end up doing this? Which service did you choose to build a store out of? All those kinds of great questions that spur of the moment, you need to know, you can just get the answer straight away. There's also usually a whole bunch of learning opportunities as well. So generally a lot of these spaces hold their own workshops and evening nights where you can hear guest speakers, which are a great way to also just absorb more information about all those things that you need to know. And generally it's cheaper and more flexible than renting a standard bricks and mortar style building for your office. So you can choose what arrangement you'd like, and it means that you still have somewhere to meet clients, which is super important. So if you want to invite someone to come and sit down and have a business chat, you have somewhere to do that. That is a professional setting. So let's have a look down on this list anyway. So in my local area, I'm in Toowoomba, and I know that we have some pretty great co-working spaces nearby. Let's have a look down here and see what other ones are out there. So there's also spaces in Goondiwindi and Longreach, Mergen, Sunshine Coast. Lots of great rural spaces out there. And if you don't have a co-working space in your local area and you want to start one, that's a great opportunity for you and your whole local community. There's also a rise in the types of spaces that allow you to do hardware prototyping, which is pretty fantastic. So we have one of those in Brisbane. It's called Arc Hardware, and it's a place that you can go to actually start to 3D print or laser cut or CNC out prototypes for a hardware type business. One of the best hands-on ways to get started with startup culture and road testing your idea is to bring it to a competition or an event. And so let's have a look at Techstars Startup Weekend's website. So if you don't know what a startup weekend is, it is a 3-day competition where people build businesses over a really short period of time, which is pretty cool. So how it works is you get there on a Friday night and you come along with the bare wisp of an idea. So you think, yes, what if we could ship our bananas in hammocks, Like, what if we could protect them from getting bruised during shipping by putting them in tiny hammocks? This is a fantastic idea. I'm going to bring this idea to the Startup Weekend competition. And so you go and you pitch the idea on the Friday night to everyone else. Other people pitch their ideas as well, and you start to form teams. So you think, actually, my hammocks idea wasn't as good as I thought it was, but someone else has pitched another idea that I really like. So I'm going to go and join their team and work on that idea. And so you work on that idea over the weekend, and you try and do some customer validation. So you might go and speak to customers and say, hey, look, what do you think about this idea? Do you think it's good? What feedback do you have? And then you go and potentially you might try and build a website, try and get some customers to sign up on that weekend as well. And then you go and pitch that idea to a panel of judges on the Sunday evening. And the judges judge your ideas, and usually there's a whole range of great prizes and opportunities at the end that you can win that might potentially let you take that business that you've built over the weekend and take it a lot further than you expected. So me personally, I'll get into this in the next video, but I was able to take an idea of my own through a 10-week business boot camp, which was a huge step up and enabled me to actually start my own side hustle properly with a great foot forward. Okay, another great website to check out is Advance Queensland. Now, this program has invested over $1 billion into Australian startups, companies, initiatives, all kinds of great stuff. So if you're starting to build something, it's great to go and have a quick look on this website and see what is available for things that you might be doing. Let's have a look. So we'll have a quick look at entrepreneurs and startups. And it looks like all of these applications are open. We've got business development funds, deadly deals for Indigenous businesses, industry tech fund, Queensland Women in STEM Prize, Sparkplug, a whole range of all of these fantastic opportunities. Also, this one here, Startup On-Ramp. This is the 10-week business bootcamp course that I did, and I cannot recommend it enough. If you can get yourself onto this course with your idea, you've got a great head start. So that's a rundown of all of the great support networks and opportunities and ways that you can get involved with entrepreneurship in Australia. So I'll be putting all of these links down in the description. Go and check them out. And so a final note for some of my awesome ladies out there as well. Some of you might be having some doubts about whether you have what it takes to get into entrepreneurship. And so here's a few quick facts. Female-owned firms generate higher revenues and have more employees than their male peers. And traditionally, female skills are super valuable in the entrepreneurship context. Valuing relationships and having good communication skills is so core in building a great business. Women are also generally fair negotiators. They value creativity and have a lot less ego blindness than men as well. Don't undervalue the skills that you already have. I believe in you. So you should believe in yourself. Thanks so much for watching. My name's Steph, and I'll see you in some of my other entrepreneurship videos. Bye.